it's your girl Jada and welcome back to another video. Today it's gonna be a little bit more chit-chatty. Hopefully it's not too long. I don't think I have that much to say, but I do be talking a lot, so we'll see how much I'll be cutting, honestly. No, but I was feeling really inspired by the Ariana Grande's newest album. She just dropped it like maybe it's been like 2 weeks ago now, which is Positions, and I've just really been obsessed with it, and I really just wanted to give my opinion on that. And while I'm giving my opinion on that, I'm also going to try to recreate her album look. So relax, sit down. Hopefully I won't try to talk too much. I won't try to have it be too long, but y'all know I be talking like how I am right now. So hopefully I got notes. So we gonna get through it. It's gonna be seamless. You're gonna get a look out of it. And yeah, if you would like to see how this look turns out or want to hear my opinions, then keep on watching this video. Okay, so hi, me again. So to start, I already have my brows done. I'm very minimalist, like her brows in it were very minimalist. She leaves a lot of space for the whole eye look, which I'm really excited for. Maybe I should just do my brows like this from now on. So I have a base on, my usual primer potion. So yeah, I'm just gonna conceal all over my eyelid so everything is where it should be. Okay, so I'm going to be looking down a little bit today, not only because I have my notes, but also because I have my reference photo. But basically, it is a relatively very simple look. Ariana definitely goes for more natural, neutral looks. That's why I have like neutral brow, or natural, was I saying neutral? A natural brow and like more of a natural look. So we got time today. And also because it's a more natural look, I'm going to be utilizing my Jackie Aina palette today, for sure. And also I've decided what the heck, she's been out here for us for a while. I'm going to try to also use my Nika 2 palette. She's been gone forever. I don't think I've ever shown her on my channel because it's been dormant. It's been laying dormant. But you know, Urban Decay was here for the natural ladies way before we had these other brands, so might as well pull her back out. Speaking of giving credit where credit is due, I'm going to start off with the shade Credit, which is this really, really deep brown. But today's, once again, the name of the game is going to be blending. So we'll start dark and we'll get to where we're trying to go, I think, anyways. So start light. We're gonna have to get a shape here. So I'm gonna start off where I would normally cut a crease relatively and work it outward. We're gonna wing it out like so. So I'm gonna get a different brush and I'm just gonna do some blending so it's not so harsh. So while we're blending, I would like to start by looking at Ariana Grande's discography, because I feel like that's how we got here. And once I started listening to the album, because I've been listening to it for a good, those exact 2 weeks, like I'm pretty sure the day it dropped, I was like, oh, let me listen to this, because if it's not already playing as day from possibly some other looks, or maybe not, I don't know. Feeling like Ariana Grande. It's the only way I live my life, frankly. Other videos, I don't know. So I listen to her a lot. We can just go and say that to start. It goes without saying that this album is a little bit more risque, a little bit more mature. It's a little bit more adult than her other albums. The first album I kind of think of that's like very contradictory to the themes of this album is like Sweetener, which was her fourth studio album, which was very cutesy. It was very much her sound, had been her sound for a while. You know, she had what on there, like God is a Woman, you know, Every Time, No Tears Left to Cry. It was wholesome. I feel like it was very wholesome. It was also like, I feel like it had a lot of radio hits. It was very poppy. She's always been very poppy. So, ooh, okay, 1 second. Let me do my other eye. Oh my gosh. So, now I am going to switch over. I think I want to go into my Naked 2 palette, and I want to go into this shade right here, Tease. And I'm gonna go in with another smaller brush. Well, this one's not too small, but it has kind of a point. And I'm gonna get some of that. Oh, that was a lot. And I'm gonna put that over the top. And we're gonna have to blend. I think it's toning down that warm color a little bit, which is what I want. So it looks almost like a shadow, but we're gonna do some blending, so it's gonna be all good. And once again, we're gonna blend. So, the next thing I realized was, so to be fair, I wasn't the hugest fan of Sweetener. I only liked like the song Sweetener. Oh, also I didn't mention the song Sweetener, but of course like the album Sweetener, yeah, that song was on there. I only listened to Sweetener and the other songs that I named, but to be fair, the rest of the album was a little, I guess, too poppy for me. I don't know. I actually do like pop, but it wasn't there for me. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. So it was, I mean, I still liked Ariana, but so when her next album came around, which was Thank You Next, I was in love. And I think that at that point in time, I didn't see it for what it was. Today I see it for what it was. Back at that time, I just thought, okay, this is something a little different, but I like it. But now I'm seeing that it was definitely a transitional album. I definitely feel like Thank You Next, it was the perfect in between what we have now, which is Positions, and where she was before, which with Sweetener. I'm like talking like I analyzed this, something fierce, which I kind of did. Like, this is how my mind works, like, all the time. So let me go into the other eye and do the same thing. And we blend. So Thank You Next definitely, I feel like, was the first time people were starting to look at her a little differently. I know that she got a little controversial in that album for sure. Like, Thank You Next was a hit. Like, everyone loved Thank You Next. Like, it was, you know, the album after her breakup with Pete, and everything like that. So it was very much like very empowering music. But it was also like she was starting to dip into R&B a little bit more, and let's be honest, she was starting to do a little blackfishing, But, you know, the music was still good. Definitely with, like, 7 Rings, which was, like, the thing. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, she looks like she's trying to be something she's not. Which, I mean, everyone is free to experiment with music. But, I mean, there was... like, I loved that video. Like, I loved the video. I loved the aesthetic. I loved everything. But let's just say I knew why I liked the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But no, it was good. So Thank You Next and 7 Rings. And she also got super controversial with the song Break Up With Your Boyfriend, I'm Bored. Everyone's like, who is this girl? She literally went from like Sweetener, like, what do they even say in Sweetener? It's like, and like Successful, I'm pretty sure was on that album. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm just really cutesy, I'm innocent. And then all of a sudden it's like, break up with your boyfriend, I'm bored. Which, like, I don't know, like, I dug it. Like, I loved that album. Like, I'm not gonna sit here, but like I said, I think it was very transitional. I'm seeing that now. Bronze, I'm going a little bit back in with credit. I'm also going to take this here and start cutting out this area. So all of that culminates, in my opinion, to where we are now, which is Positions. It is almost entirely R&B. It's more jazzy. It's definitely leaving the pop realm, and I feel like that's kind of where a lot of people are having issues. And when I say by a lot of people, I think we know what people I'm talking about. I'm just kidding. No, but so on Twitter, I know people were really going in on this album. And the funny thing for me is it reminded me of another artist that also I feel like had this kind of transitional period. And then I ended up really liking their album and everyone hated it. And who I'm talking about is I'm talking about Justin Bieber. I remember when one of his favorite albums that I loved, people hated, and it was, what was it? It was Journals. I really enjoy Journals, but Journals was also very R&B, and it was very, getting those rappers on tracks. Like, I know he had like Lil Wayne in there, and we had, who do you have Drake in there? It was, let's just say it was almost an entirely R&B album. And people weren't okay with that, especially when, you were used to him being this little boy from, with the pop music. And to be fair, Justin Bieber, because who brought him up, which was Usher, he's always kind of had more of an R&B sound. However, I do think that he rose quicker with pop, and then like when he wanted to fall back on it, people weren't as accepting to it. That's at least how I felt, because I loved Journals and people were tearing it apart. And so that's kind of what I was seeing a little bit on Twitter anyways of this particular album. And let's just say that I'm not surprised. But I personally very much like it. I do. But I also have some, I don't even know if I'd say critiques. I have a few hangups, but they're so minuscule, but we'll get into that. So I think I kind of have what I'm going for now. So now I'm going to, I hope this works because I'm seeing it looking a little different. We're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna cut the crease with concealer. Okay, so I'm mixing my P. Louise base in the shade Grimoire 5 with Makeup Revolution in the shade 3.5 to get something. I just wanted something a little light, but I felt like one of them was too dark, one of them was too light, so I'm just mixing them. We're gonna cut out. No, I think I'm there. I think I'm there. I think I'm there. Okay. I just gotta let this dry. Y'all know the struggle for me, you know? So what was I saying? Okay, so let's get into some of the songs. So the critiques that I was thinking, I'm sorry, drying, was, like I said in the beginning, unless I cut that out, this is a very sensual album. It's definitely different. Like, she's always kind of pushed, I mean, not always, I'm not gonna say that. That's why I said that I do believe that Thank You Next was a transitional piece for her, because that was kind of the first time I saw that kind of sexuality from her in her music in that way. Hello, like I said, hence with Break Up With Your Boyfriend, like that whole video was oof. And then also 7 Rings, right? But this one's like on another level, okay? So the first song that I heard from it was obviously Positions. It was on the radio before the album came out, and I happened to hear it and I was like obsessed. Like I was like, oh, this is amazing. Already off the bat, I was like, oh, okay, you're gonna meet your mom. You're gonna meet the mom on a Sunday, and then what y'all gonna do on Monday? what are we doing on Monday? What's happening? Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna make me ruin my like whole like crease. So let's actually let's see if I can put some powder on this to set it. I am actually gonna use another Fit Me. This is Fit Me matte poreless. This is a pressed powder, and it's in the shade Sunbase 310. So we gonna put this on instead. Yeah, so that was the first song, but I was still here for it. I actually just recently saw the video, which, my gosh, like, I hold everybody, like, I don't stand for people. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. I don't stand for people. However, I really do like Ariana Grande. So my opinions are my opinions. I'm trying, like, I don't think I'm biased. If you feel like I'm biased, then so be it. But so she's always been a style icon of mine. I know they were like the same height and the same-ish built. So so when it comes to like fashion, when it comes to looks, she serves. There's absolutely no question about that. The funny thing for me about Positions though is the innuendo of it is so funny, and I didn't realize it until I watched the video, because the whole time I was like, positions, okay, yeah, like job positions, but like we there's definitely some sexual innuendos in that of like, you know, other positions that aren't job related. I think that we can all see that that's kind of another area of this. And I mean, once we go through some of the other songs, like you'll see like, yes, like there's no question that that's exactly what she meant by that, right? So another song I want to get into that I just find so funny is 34 plus 35. Y'all can do some quick arithmetic to figure out what that equals, okay? This is oh my gosh. I gotta be honest, I can't lie. That was cute. That was cute. There was nothing I can say about that. It was cute. It's so cute. I'm behind that. I really think that is quite adorable. Ooh. But dang, that song is... So here's my qualm. Okay. So this album, like I said, no question, it's very sexual, very sensual. It's still quite classy. So, I mean, you know, I'm not trying to put her in the realm of any, you know, a Cardi B or a Meg Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj or anything like that. But I will say, for me personally, I was a little shocked by some of the things being said. I was shocked when she dropped some P words, and I was shocked when she dropped some F bombs. I was shocked. Maybe I shouldn't have been, but I was. I was like, oh, do what to you until the morning? Why do I keep saying it like that? No, it was like, wow, I was shocked. And I would argue that, I don't know, I would argue that it's unnecessary. I would argue that it wasn't necessary. I feel like we can get the point across without using the word. Okie dokie. So I think this is like the finished look, really. I said it was a basic look, so I guess I'm just gonna get into doing my whole face. I don't know if I'm gonna do it all on camera. I think for me personally, the most sexual songs of the album were 34 plus 35 for obvious reasons. Nasty, and I wouldn't even say motivation. Even though the motivation one, like the F-bombs or whatever in there, doesn't shock me because Doja Cat's on that one. And I mean, it's gotta be like a radio hit, so like that's fine. So it's not a big deal. But I don't know. Like every other one, I feel like it was kind of unnecessary in my opinion. Like, for instance, if you were to take a Megan Thee Stallion song or like a Cardi B song, like you can't take one line out of the song and have it not be sexual. You know, like it's like, no, they're saying things every single line. So like that, like, you know, like there's no one line you could just take out. Whereas I feel like in a lot of these songs, you could take out one line and it's like, boom, there goes the explicit title of like the explicit, like, category on the song. It's just wasn't necessary. No. Does she just want to vibe and be included in the rest of the genre? Sure. I mean, it's nothing new. There's nothing wrong with it. I listen to explicit music all the time, and Ariana is a grown woman. So like, these were just personal things. I was just kind of like, and I guess that once the shock is over, I'm kind of just like, okay, like go about my business. But I will say the first time listening through it, I was kind of just like, oh, you know, just, it was a little shocking for me. It's not what I'm used to when I'm going in to listen to Ariana Grande, if we can just say that much, right? So I'm gonna do my normal makeup routine. Prime with the Hangover. And I will say that like all of the songs I'm titling that I'm saying that, you know, are very sexual and yes and everything are my favorite songs of the album. Like, I rock out to Nasty all the time. I rock out to 34, 35 all the time. So it's like, at the end of the day, she succeeded in what she was setting out to do with her music. It's just, sometimes I do think that just in general, the music industry is just like a little over-sexualized. And that's just kind of a personal thing. But use my normal foundation, which is Fenty in the shade 42. But like I said, I'm also maybe slightly biased, even though I said I'm not biased towards Ariana Grande. I'm just biased towards R&B music, because that is kind of one of my favorite genres of music. So I have absolutely no problem with Ariana Grande experimenting with it. I enjoy it. That's why I love the album so much. It very much gives me vibes of, like, you know, Ari Lennox. Maybe even you can say, no, I wouldn't say her. Oh, like maybe like a Tiana Taylor. Very just sensual R&B. And then there's, like, you know, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I have absolutely no qualms about it. I like it. I enjoy it. So in my opinion, I would not say that it's the worst album. I know people used to say they really hated Sweetener, and now I'm hearing people are saying that this replaces Sweetener as her worst album. I still don't prefer Sweetener. And I would actually maybe even argue... Okay, you know, I was gonna say it could be better than Thank You Next, but no, I don't know. I think that they're almost equal because there's really no songs that I skip. And that's kind of how it was for Thank You Next. So I think right now for me, I guess they're kind of almost on equal footing. So kudos to her. We're gonna use the Fenty concealer in the shade 370, which is a little light, but I do take my stuff just a little lighter and I blend out. Ooh, I would even also say maybe like a Chloe and Holly. Like their whole album, what was their album called? Ungodly Hour. It's also in that realm, I feel like, of R&B meets a little bit of pop meets vibe, soul. I don't know. I'm going to set my concealer with Flower Powder by Beauty Bakery in the shade Oat, which is translucent. Now she does have quite a nice contour, but at the same time, I don't want to go too today. I want it to be more soft. So I'm thinking I might just reverse contour. I'm gonna go back in with this 12.5 by Makeup Revolution, and I'm gonna actually just conceal under it. So I can reverse contour today. Ooh, you see that? Yes, you don't have contour, just reverse contour. That's all you need. That's all you need. I am, however, still going to bronze just a smidge. I guess might as well go into blush since we're already here, and then I'll do the lashes completely last today. Yeah, I think I might do the lips too first. Okay. Let's just stick with this, because I don't know where my brushes, my blushes are right now, and I'm like, oh, through it. So I'm actually just going to use ginger. No, I'm gonna use pinker. But only a dab because it's a shimmer, and then also I don't want it to be too. This is not what this video is about, but can we also continue to give praise to Jackie because she like went off on this palette? For real? You can use this for like literally anything. Like, you go, girl. Okay, so boom. Look at that. Who is she? So did I say I was gonna do lipstick? I did, didn't I? I should do let's do highlighter too. Once again, I'm gonna continue to use this palette because it's amazing. Of course. I finally got a fan brush, y'all. Ooh, she fancy now. Morphe M310. So I'm going to use Soleil. I don't think that Ariana Grande was like really popping like that, but I'm here. So, oh my gosh. That was so easy. Why have I been living without a fan brush all this time? So I'm gonna line my lips first. So this is Urban Cafe by NYX. And I like love this one because it's just so perfect. You can really see it. That's why it's perfect. And we're gonna go in with this shade by Maybelline, which is, it's the ink crayon, it's matte and it's in the shade 20, Enjoy the View. Yes. And it's like pink. Oh my gosh, it's really pink. So I'm gonna go over it with my near and dear. Is this also too pink? Dude, I need to get better shades. That is like terrible. Push up. Better. Okay, so I'm gonna put on lashes and I'm gonna zhuzh up my face, or my hair. And I will be right back with finishing touches and I guess finishing opinions and thoughts and all of that fun stuff. So, see you in like 2 seconds. Okie dokie. And this is the finished look. So, this was fun. I think, guys, I'll do it side by side. Yeah, I tried. All in all, I personally think I did a okay job. Feel free to completely disagree with me in the comments. There is no guarantee that I will read it. I'm just kidding. No, no, for real. Yeah, let me know what your opinions are in the comment section below. In all, I think the album is fantastic. I used to think that it's above Sweetener. I probably would say it is still doesn't top Thank You Next for me. However, I feel like they're very close. And they're for two different moods too, so it's hardly a comparison. But if I had to compare it, I would say probably Thank You Next. I'd probably listen to more. But Positions is it. It has everything that I really want in an album. It's fun, extremely flirty. I'm sure that we're gonna have plenty more great visuals. I'm really waiting for that Motive video to come out with Doja Cat, because that is like my favorite song right now, and I'm sure it's gonna be, because like, I gotta be honest, Positions, it's not, the video wasn't like spectacular or anything, but she gives the girls what they want, which is just looks and vocals. And that's all I ask for. That's all I want. So she gives me everything that I need. Okay, girl, what song is that with the whole whistle tones? She's got it. She's got it. Okay, she doesn't need y'all to disagree with her album. Like, it's still gonna sell platinum probably. But yeah. So that was kind of my opinion. Some of the terminology could have been left out. But you know, once again, grown woman, industry, sex sells. I ain't got no real beef with it, honestly. But yeah. If you like this look, if you like this video, if you like me, I would urge you to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to your girl, because she's got content. I got content, okay? And I just gotta sit down and edit it. I got content. And don't forget to also click that notification bell so that you are notified when I upload, so that you're the first one to get here when it goes up. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Deuces.